What's up, guys? It's been a long time since we've seen you. I'm Skittles. This is,
I'm Wheat.
and today we're here for the Lights On live stream presented by Gloving.com, home of the International Gloving League, sponsored by our good friends over at Glow Beverages. Yeah, as you can see, well, now you'll see, we've prepared a lot of cool notes for you guys, more than usual, actually. Why don't you tell them exactly what we're going to talk to them about today?
Well, as you guys know, the top four for each bracket, they got done filming, the judges are scoring it, and all four competitors of each bracket have actually qualified for money. So they're all battling for even more money. And I know you guys want to find out who's going to advance to the grand finals. We have a little bit more info to go. So Davis, kick it off.
Hear that, guys? The grand finals. We're going to tell you who's making it into that final round to become the best of the best. But anyways, before we move into all that good stuff, I want to give a huge shout out to all the judges. I say it every single week, but the judges are the backbone of this entire competition. Without them, we wouldn't be here right now giving you guys results and all that exciting stuff. So thank you to you guys for getting things done on time, hitting the deadlines that we put forth for you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then really quickly too, if you guys haven't seen yet, the IGL actually now has an Instagram page, a Facebook page, and also a Facebook group page. So be sure to join all three of those. Camera guy, if you can put the links to those three on the screen here for a few seconds for everyone, be sure to follow all those three because that's where we will be posting the latest and the greatest for everything that happens within the IGL. Not only Lights On, but a bunch of other cool stuff actually that we have planned for you guys for the rest of this year. So hit that follow. But I think we should move on.
Yeah, we have a lot of results for you guys. But before that, I want to highlight some of the matches from each of the brackets. So we need to start with Challenger Bracket C1. And of course, we can't talk about C1 without talking about Long. His matchup was versus Squeens. And actually, camera guy, can you go ahead and throw that video up for us? There we go. This is Long's, it's his second time competing in Lights On, and again, he's made top four. Last season, he lost to Puppet. So we're trying to see, is this the season where he's going to make it all the way to grand finals?
Yeah, and you know, the great thing about Long is he continues to improve every single video that he puts out. He continues to add more gloving specific concepts. Like in this video, he added in, I think they're called the pedal flails.
Oh yeah.
Which is really cool. And I don't know, I just always see him doing something different. You can tell he's pushing himself really, really hard to just advance within this competition.
Yeah, and he's not only pushing himself, he's pushing his entire country. We're seeing a lot of gloving growth in Vietnam. Season 3 entries are now open, and we're starting to see a lot of more entries coming out of his country. And it's a lot of work for him. That's really good.
Yeah, it's really freaking awesome. And you know, it's just amazing to see what he's done in such a short amount of time, and just really looking forward to, you know, everything else that he can do for gloving in the future, because he's really, really made a name for himself in the past 6 months. So very impressive stuff.
Absolutely. And you can see some of his flower petals going on right now. And of course, he's got to rock out with the little guitar riff. Very cute. But of course, his competitor, Squeens, it's his first ever season, and he actually started off his first round scoring a 20, and now he's all the way in the top 4 going against Long, which is just nuts.
Yeah, it's nuts, and honestly, I had no idea who Squeens was, and that's honestly just the beauty of these challenger brackets, and I say it every time, but now I'm never gonna forget Squeens, you know, because after watching this video, I just love the control and the musicality that he has and just the overall execution. You know, he just really looks like he knows what he's doing. He looks so freaking confident, and those whips are just like, I don't know, man. He's throwing them fast, but they're so controlled and precise.
Yeah, and I forget if these are called shakas or shakas, but these are super, super clean. Everything he's doing is extremely interesting. And not only that, but he's telling a story with his show.
Absolutely.
When you're listening to the music, everything he's doing is following along with that. He's extremely He flows through it, very liquidy. And yeah, he's one of someone who surprised me as well. I'm real excited to see more videos out of him.
Yeah, absolutely. So just keep up the good work, Squeens. We definitely have our eye on you. We will definitely remember your name now. You definitely did not have an easy opponent.
Not at all.
Against you. So, I mean, it was an amazing matchup. We're going to find out shortly what happened in that one. But why don't we, should we move on?
Yeah, let's move on. What do we got over in C2?
So over in C2, why don't we talk about Pretzel versus Bloom? Both Glovers that I did not really know well at all. And now I know very well. Bloom has her own fan club, and Pretzel, well, I just keep seeing the name over and over because he's made it into the top 4. So why don't we pull up Pretzel's video here, and let's talk about that.
Yeah, so something interesting about Pretzel was that he was actually a part of season 1, and he got knocked out in the first round. Just entered round 1, top 64, and then done. And now here he is, he's in top 4. The past 2 rounds, he scored a 27. So it's the story of people who score lower and then 2 weeks later start scoring higher, and it just keeps going.
Well, and you mentioned he got knocked out first round season 1, and he's come back in season 2 pretty damn near close to the end.
Oh yeah.
Right? And to me, that's awesome. I've seen so many comments on people getting knocked out in the competition, but they have this drive to come back even stronger. And they tell me, Davis, I'm coming back harder in season 3. And I love that mentality. Right?
Absolutely.
I mean, honestly, no one likes a sore loser. No one likes anyone that's soft. But I love it when I hear you guys just wanting to come back with more fire. So honestly, huge props and respect to you, Pretzel. You did just that, and you throw an insane show with some really, really freaking awesome concepts.
Yeah, really. He's improved so much. He just has a little bit of fine tuning to do. He has some really cool concepts. Just a little bit not clean. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
He just needs to.
But when you look at his progress from the beginning, he's improved.
Man.
So I can only imagine, if he continues to progress and this competition pushes him, he'll get there.
Absolutely.
So
next up, we have Bloom's video. Bloom actually wasn't going to enter Lights On at all, but she's friends with another Lights On competitor, Avocado. He convinced her, and look where she is now. She made money this season.
Yeah, she made it into the money. She's in the top 4. I mean, now I know exactly who she is because there's that Bloom fan club thing going on out there, which I am a part of. I'm a big Bloom fan, actually, now that I know who you are. But I just really love her style. It's just that very finessed, but consistently flowy style. She's just flowy all throughout, and you really don't see a lot of that anymore. You see a lot of people are trying to do all tech throughout their shows and abusing that tech, but you can tell she just, flows with everything.
Yeah, and my only real criticism from this show is just are blinky sets good or bad? Did the blinky sets really add to her show? Did it take away from her show? Personally, I'm missing a bit here. I can't see exactly what's going on, but that's up for debate.
Yeah, that's up for debate. I mean, I have to say I do agree with you too. I am not a big fan of super blinky sets unless it's very, very slow and intentional throughout the show. And now, why don't we move on into the C3 bracket? The highlight matchup was between...
We actually had True Story and Alien. Hey, camera guy, can you throw up the video for us?
All right, and let's pull up and we got True Story's video up first. We actually shouted True Story out earlier on in the season, and that was with reason, and now he's made it this far into the competition, and that is also with reason. But actually, interesting fact about True Story, what was it again?
Oh yeah, so we're sifting around videos online, and we found out that True Story's an orbiter too. He did have an orbit video out there, and it was pretty good. So it's actually interesting to see someone who can do multiple flow arts like that.
Yeah, it's actually not a common thing at all. And yes, honestly, there's a lot of people who dabble in a lot of different flow arts, but to do both pretty well. I'm not an orbiter by any means, but to me, it just looked like he knows what he's doing and he's confident in it. And to me, that really showed throughout his light show. But, you know, with that said, his top 4 video here was actually interesting because he does behind the back moves here and he uses his entire body and he uses his knees and, you know, all that stuff. But what do you think? Is that really valuable to a light show?
Really? It's up for debate. Not personally, I don't think it adds too much. Some of the behind the back tricks are actually really cool. I did like his one where he grabs like his middle and ring finger. But I want to know what you guys think. Let us know in the comments. Do you guys value, you know, the type of moves where someone goes behind their back or bounces the lights off their knees? But enough of that. We also have Alien's video. Honestly, Alien's video was really, really sick. What did you think of it?
Well, first off, I want to start off. I love the way Alien just sets up his lighting and his camera because, you know, not that it matters for the scorecard too much, but it's just so fun to watch because, you know, it really makes his lights pop and he has his silhouette perfectly in there. And I can't even see his face, but it makes it feel very mysterious.
It's dramatic.
Yeah, it feels dramatic. And then on top of that, he just throws and executes his concepts so well. You know, this is more of a, I'd call it a pure light show or a finger focused light show where he's not trying to throw crazy dance moves or his body into it, but it's just all about the lights.
Yeah, he has this healthy mix of, he has some light tech. He actually did do a between the arms move like this where he just throws some flails and whips in there. He does a lot of moves involving trails, whips, finger rolls, and it's something that, you know, that's the basis of light shows. That's what started it all. So it's really cool being able to see someone do that and make it extremely, extremely clean.
Yeah, agreed. And then one thing I did notice about both videos between True Story and Alien were they were both around 1 minute and 30 seconds, which is actually considered short. So that's interesting because does the length really affect their shows or their scorecards? Because they both threw down really solid shows.
Yeah, again, another thing up for debate. If you can really throw down all of your concepts, you could throw your best show in 1:30. Why not? If you need 2 minutes and 30 seconds, why not? It's really dependent on the song. Some songs take a longer section just to get to the drop. But, you know,
that's the beauty. It's up to you guys to figure out what you can do in whatever time frame that you choose to do. So just know that it's totally possible with 1:30 seconds all the way up to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's been done, and that's been proven by our boys True Story and Alien. But let's go ahead.
We have another bracket. That's the open bracket. Next season, it will be known as the pro bracket. And honestly, both matchups extremely sick, but we need to check out Vex versus Mega Sloth. This one, people have been excited for. And honestly, we're just gonna let you guys watch both videos in its entirety. Camera guy, I want you to pull up Vex's video, and you guys need to keep an eye out for his tutting sequences, and honestly, just smash those react buttons. And go ahead and roll that, camera guy.
right, and then now I think we got to pull up Mega Sloth's video. And again, we also want you guys to keep out for his tutting sequence because they both threw down tutting sequences at the drops of their songs. You guys tell us in the comments who did it better. Let's watch it. So why don't you guys go ahead and comment on who you think won that matchup. And while you guys do that, I want to talk about season 3. And then I promise we'll tell you who made it into the grand finals after. But let's talk about season 3. So season 3, as you guys know, registrations are open right now. And those close at the end of the month on January 31st, which is a Wednesday. So we're giving you guys quite a bit of extra time in order to get your videos in. I think you had over a month to get your videos in, so please, no excuses, get them in. We want to see as many of you guys in there as possible. With that said, the most exciting thing about season 3 is the addition of the novice bracket. As you guys know, our goal has always been to encourage as many glovers as possible to experience the beauty of the IGL and the competitive side of gloving. And so we really want to open it up. We had the pro bracket, and then we had the challengers bracket, and now I'm opening it up to the glovers who have never competed before or who have never won a matchup in the IGL before. It's really a great way for you guys to get your hands wet into the gloving competitions. And as you guys have seen of all these videos we've been going through, you guys saw these challengers. I mean, honestly, most of us had no idea who these challengers are. And, it's been amazing to see them progress from their entry video all the way down into this Final Four. They've just become so freaking good. And I think a lot of them are actually coming back into season 3. So overall, my point is, it's a great experience. Win or lose, you learn something and you walk out a better glover. And then let's just go into the details I've been telling you guys about. There is $7,500 in cash prizes, and we're supporting up to 1,024 competitors. So as many people that want to join, we're going to try to get as many of you guys in as we can. But Dylan's actually going to talk about some details around season 3 and some changes we've had from the previous seasons to now. So listen up because these are super important.
All right, guys, I just want to go over some rules with you. First off, we do have a rules section. I want you guys to just click on it and make sure you read it thoroughly. We do have some unfortunate DQs. I don't want to have to DQ anyone in the future season. But anyways, all your videos do need the intro video file. Your video can't be longer than 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. You guys can't have full face mask. Little like mouth mask are okay. No use of props. No editing in anything other than the intro video file and your registered IGL team logo. So if it's not there, if it's anything else, just leave it out. And just to note, we do have the 80 plus tracks. That 80 plus includes season 2 and season 1's track list. You can find them there, and you can use any songs from the past seasons. And, you know, just at the end of the day, please make sure to get your videos in on time. That's the biggest thing. There is a due date. The form's going to start closing. So just make sure you get your videos in. And I think that's enough rule breakdown for now.
Yeah, if you guys haven't heard, don't be late.
Please don't be late, guys.
Yeah, but anyways, I think that's enough about season 3. Please enter if you guys can. Get your friends to enter. Get your teams to enter. I heard actually AO's coming back hot for season 3. They've been absent for a while, but I was just talking to Mumbles the other day, along with Papa Burgundy, along with a couple other folks. But excited to see teams coming back. You know, this season we saw Team Vivid come back, you know, which is really freaking awesome. Then they're going to continue to come in. I think season 3, I was talking to a few of the guys from Robo. If you guys don't know Robo, old school crew from Northern California, great friends of mine. They are also coming back. So I guess, you know, people are coming back. Don't miss out on the action. Just let's get in on the fun. See, the first
It's free.
Yeah, it's free. So you guys are already recording. Just get in on it. But anyways, I think that's enough about season 3 for now.
Yeah, we have some matches to reveal. How about you kick off with C1?
Yeah, so camera guy, you got the graphic ready? You got it? Okay. Now, congratulations right there. We talked about him for quite a while now, but long congratulations to you. You are going up against Trace. And, you know, both of you guys are guaranteed at least $350 for being part of the Challengers bracket. And you guys are going to be competing against each other for the grand prize of $500. So, yeah, it's going to be a freaking awesome matchup. Let's see what happens. But why don't we move on, Dylan? Why don't you talk about C2?
Yeah, so we have C2 here. And just have to say congratulations to Pretzel and Cataracts. Cataracts did advance. Unfortunately, his competitor was DQ'd over a late video. So as always, please guys, just get your videos in. It's heartbreaking to see it this late into the tournament. But congratulations to those who did move on. And we do have another challenger bracket. Davis, kick that one off.
And congratulations to Alien and Ambito. So, funny story actually. Made a bet with Dylan. Dylan actually Dylan bet me that True Story would win the entire C3 bracket. And I basically just told him, I bet you he won't. Not that I didn't think he would, but I just like to bet against Dylan. So he lost. He owes me lunch at In-N-Out. I like that. But anyways, congratulations to you guys. Again, just to recap for the challengers, you guys are guaranteed at least $350, and the grand prize for that, for whoever wins this next round, is $500. But I think we should move on to that pro, aka open bracket. Let's
Absolutely. And these guys, you know, the minimum they're going to win is $500, and the winner is going to win the grand prize of $1,500. And there we go. We got the results. Mega Sloth versus Ice Cream Teddy.
Wow. And you know, I remember when we were going into the top 4, everyone was actually talking about a Vex versus Ice Cream Teddy matchup, you know, and I remember there was comments around people being like, wait a minute, don't forget about Mega Sloth. He's still in the competition. And, you know, I don't know if that fired him up or not. I would have been fired up, but he did what was unexpected. You know, I think Vex was a favorite in a lot of people's eyes.
Absolutely.
And he took Vex down, and he is now going up against Ice Cream Teddy. So he's going to try to stop Ice Cream Teddy, you know, from his rampage of just taking down those gloving competitions. So
Yeah.
He has quite a task on his hands, but this is going to be a super, super exciting matchup.
Yeah, personally, I'm very, very excited for it. And just to all you competitors who did advance, you guys need to know your videos are due by this Sunday, the 14th, by 11:59 p.m. PST. And as always, please don't be late. And really, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thank you again for participating in this live stream and for being cooperative throughout the entire development of the IGL and everything that's happening with Lights On. Everything's been really freaking awesome and smooth because of you guys, and I really cannot wait to go into season 3 and just continue to just build this bigger and bigger for you guys. But anyways, shout out to the judges as well. Shout out to our sponsors. And lastly, don't forget, follow us on our Facebook page, Facebook group, and Instagram accounts for the latest and the greatest. We're going to be posting details and all the news that we have there. So camera guy, if you can just do it one more time, please put our social media accounts there for everyone to follow.
At International Gloving League on Instagram. Click those links for Facebook.
And you know what? That's it. We'll see you guys next week where we actually reveal the grand champion across all 4 brackets of Lights On Season 2. Gonna be a big one. Peace.
Later.